Hey Mimi. So there's an old saying that goes, anger is just one letter away from danger. So when you hear that, what does that make you think?
That makes me think of how anger can really make you do so many things. And I feel like, of course, what we feel is valid. So feeling angry is absolutely valid. I feel like what we do after that is the more important part. Like, are we navigating our decisions and our thinking or thoughts in anger or in a different mindset, a more calm, positive mindset? And I feel like it's so important to not make decisions while angry, because it may be something that you didn't even plan on doing in that moment, or something that you never planned on doing, but because of being so angry and what you've been feeling, that's what you want to do in the moment, and that can really change your whole life. Just a simple, not even simple, just a decision like that can really change like everything. And I feel like it's so important to like not take what you just said lightly, because absolutely, depending on how you navigate your anger or how you deal with it, it can absolutely either become just regular anger or danger to either you or someone else. What do you think?
That was pretty great. I totally agree with you. You know, when I was younger, ever since I was little, my relationship with the Lord has been the one relationship I can depend on, that I trust in. And so wanting to make God proud was very important to me. And so I thought that if you got angry, that was a sin. And so no matter what was happening in my life, I didn't think that getting angry was the right thing to do, because I didn't want to make God mad with me. Because what I was seeing is, like you said, how people respond from an angry posture, not separating the emotion from the decisions and the reactions to the emotion, right? And so because of that, it made me like not want to even allow myself to get angry. But thankfully, due to the spiritual mentors and those I had in my life who showed me in the Bible verses like Ephesians 4:26-27, which tells us, if you are angry, be sure that it's not out of wounded pride or bad temper. Never go to bed angry. Don't give the devil that sort of foothold. Because what happens is, when we remain in that angry posture, in that mindset, it invites the devil in, sin in, decisions, like you said, to be made that probably wouldn't be made if we had taken the time to trust God with that emotion. Because things are going to happen. People are going to disappoint, situations, circumstances are going to happen that are harmful, hurtful, devastating, that we're just not going to like. But how we deal with the anger is the most important aspect of that. So are we trusting God, who knew that these situations were going to arise, with the anger, inviting him in, and then just being still, as we spoke a few weeks back, and keeping silent? Because, for me, it takes a lot to make me angry. But when I do get angry, my initial response is to get quiet. And then I take it to the Lord in prayer. Because I know that I'm not going to allow that anger to rob me of my peace. And I also recognize that God is in control of everything. So I'm going to surrender the circumstance, the situation, the individual, the relationship, whatever it is, to him, so that way I'm not bogged down by that, because that emotion is heavy. So I think it's important that we remember to always take it to God. But sometimes you may need additional resources, because the anger that people carry could come from things they're not even cognizant of, and it could be so deeply rooted, and they may know, but may need the help of a therapist, a counselor, and coupling that with their relationship with the Lord will allow them to be able to have the resources and heal, and to then be able to deal with situations that incite anger differently.
Absolutely, I love that. Great job.
Thanks, my love.
Of course. Just remember, anger is a very heavy emotion. Don't let it remain in you to the point where it could harm you or someone else. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you next Monday.
Bye.